Let's talk about airline travel right now. You know, part of the whole sequestration means that fewer traffic controllers are directing planes out there, which means a lot of delays, up to 3 hours in some airports. So how do you cope with that? With us on the live line this morning, travel expert Cathi Banks. Hi, Cathi. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Thanks for being here. All right. So how do we cope with all of this, or don't we? You just wait for the bar cart to come down the aisle, and that's it, or what?
Well, if you're in the airplane, I guess. But basically, there are a few tactics to lessen the possibility that you'll be affected by a delay. One of those is, for instance, book an early in the morning flight, because the delays tend to compound as the day goes on. And so booking a morning flight might help you avoid a delay.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
Is there any way to track what areas or when will be affected?
You can track it in real time. Actually, on the FAA website, they've got an interactive map that shows in color coding what airports are being affected by delays at the moment. There's San Francisco, Chicago, O'Hare, Houston is being affected, Newark, and Charlotte are all having delays right now.
So basically all the hubs, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Dallas is showing no delays. Dallas is a hub. Atlanta is not showing any delays either. But many hubs, yes.
But if I'm flying out next week or maybe in 3 or 4 weeks and I'm a business person, there's no way I can guesstimate that, right?
Not really. Your best bet there is to book an early morning flight if possible.
All right. What other suggestions do you have?
One is make sure when you head out to the airport that your smartphone is fully charged, and also bring your charger with you in your carry-on, because if you do get into a delay situation, you want to have full information, because information is power. Also, what I tell everybody is be nice to the people at the airport, because it's not that ticket agent's fault. She didn't cause this, and she may have power to help you out. So you want to definitely keep everybody on your side at the airport.
You know, one of the things I do when I travel, when I do fly, is I always make sure I have that 800 number, that booking number, rebooking number in my phone, just in case.
Absolutely. And if you work with an agent, which is a great idea, an agent that you have a relationship with, that knows you have access to, that is definitely a good asset to have as well.
Good. All right. Any other suggestions?
Be patient and just do the best you can. Take a book, take your wireless internet hub like I always travel with, so you can remain productive even in the midst of a delay. Enjoy yourself as much as possible.
Now, you were talking that a lot of the major hubs might be seeing delays. Anything you can do if you're leaving, say we're flying out of Grand Rapids, our flight's on time, everything's good, but our connecting flight when we get to one of those bigger hubs is delayed. Are you seeing an increase in that? Is there anything that you can do to try to avoid that, or is it one of those things that you just have to wait out?
Well, having a delay on your connecting flight is fine. Where you run into problems is if that flight from Grand Rapids, say, into Chicago, for instance, is on a ground stop because Chicago's having delays, and then you miss your connection. That's where you run into problems. The connecting flight being delayed isn't as much of an issue. So when you plan your flights, you definitely want to leave as much wiggle room in there as possible so that a small delay won't completely mess up your day.
Now, what obligation does the airline have when that happens?
Well, they get you where you're going as quickly as they can. They're not obligated to get you there within a certain amount of time. Their obligation is actually somewhat limited. So you want to be proactive on your end and schedule your flight such that you stand the greatest chance of arriving when you need to arrive.
And I missed this story over the weekend. I thought the head of the TSA said they were going to keep from furloughing air traffic controllers.
Well, that is what I had read, too. Is there new news to the contrary?
Well, we're furloughing, so I guess
So they're taking a day off, or a mandatory day off or something?
FAA is doing that.
FAA. Yeah.
Yeah. TSA is not furloughing. FAA
Gotcha.
is furloughing. Yeah.
That's where the confusion was for me.
Right.
All right. Well, talking about the TSA, you travel quite a bit.
Yes.
The FAA backing off on this whole bringing knives on an airplane business. Probably a good idea, isn't it?
Who's suffering for not having a knife on an airplane? I don't think it doesn't create a problem not to have a knife on an airplane, whereas it could create a problem to have a knife on an airplane. And it upsets the flight attendants and the pilots and everything. So I don't have a problem with them delaying that policy.
Well, I don't think it's going to be back, because we're rethinking this policy. I think they're going to push that one under the rug and forget about that one.
You can wait and whittle it home.
Yeah.
Right.
Cathi Banks is a travel expert. Thank you for the update, Cathi. Appreciate it.